Hi there, hi there, hi there. Hey, my Dorito posters. Oh, whoop. I'm sorry, I kind of, sorry about that. Sorry about that, I was kind of in the wrong place, and I kind of forgot. I kind of, miffed it a little bit, so I'm sorry. Anyway, hello, my Dorito posters, what's up? Welcome in. Oh, wait, what? Anamani, wake up! Wake up, Anamani! Wakey, eggs and Mickey, come on, wake up! Wake up! Come on, wake up! Hello, my Dorito posters, welcome in! Are you staying crunchy and tasty on powder and cheese? Hi, the great Anamani, I'd like to welcome you onto the stream, yeah. Nope, you're not welcome, get out of here. No, I'm not talking to you, no. I'm talking to the voices, I have schizophrenia, Get those schizophrenic voices out of here, no. But you guys are welcome, yeah. All of you, yes, you're welcome because you're not constantly tormenting me. Yeah. We don't like things that constantly torment people, nope. But you guys are cool. You guys deserve, praise and attention and pats, yeah. Not the schizophrenic voices, though. No. They deserve to go away with meds. And yes, I actually do have the disease. I'm not joking, no. Alright, how would you guys like to listen to a little bit of elevator music? It's called, when we're waiting for stuff to load. It's a little number called I Know a Song That Gets on Everybody's Nerves. I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves. Everybody's nerves. Everybody's nerves. I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves. And this is how it goes. Dun, dun, dun. Maybe I better not sing that. That song was, kind of popular back when I was in school, yeah. That song was a meme back when I was in school, man. So it's been quite a while. I don't even remember where it's from. I'm sure it was from some, cartoon back then. Yeah, remember when there was Saturday morning cartoons before, kidsploitation media kind of killed that? Yeah, I blame Nickelodeon for the death of that. And given all the things that came out about Nickelodeon, it seems like they did a lot worse than that. Yeah, my childhood was built on lies. My childhood was built on lies and misinformation, sort of like my adulthood. No, I'm not a cute soon Dorito. I am not cute, not a soon, not Dorito, and not succubus brat. I am not a succubus. Why does everybody think I'm a succubus? No, they see the bat wings and think succubus, but no. And in my world, succubuses are, evil eldritch monsters, and they're kind of, horrible. They're kind of horrible and predatory, and, they're kind of eldritch monsters. Yeah, and they're kind of like, they're kind of, and they're kind of, evil celestials and all that. Yeah, I'm not joking. I'm not joking about that, by the way. That's, what the literal lore of them is. That's what the literally lore of, succubuses are in my world. Thank you for Doritos and Mountain Dew and, the stretchies of the thighs and the wings. I should definitely take you up on that. Alright, wake up, Endomani. Wake up. Don't get off camera. Come on Endomani. Alright, now, I was supposed to do something right here. Alright, so I was supposed to do something right here. Alright, now it appears to be right below me. Whoops. Oh well, don't worry, I've got plenty of energy. I just took like 10 energy from me. I got like 150 energy. Yeah, I did upgrade my energy just a little bit. Alright, now what's over here? Hey there, here's the deal. Slip inside on this banana peel. An abandoned academy in jar right now. Where should we start our search inside? Alright, now we need to search inside the academy, I guess. There's gotta be stuff in here about Lili Borea and, the evil experimentation that, was, done on her. Yeah, Lili Borea was kind of, the victim of, being turned into a chimera by, the evil government back in, the Alades Empire. Yeah, they're like, and they're, yeah. They're, yeah, the Aldous Empire was kind of, very evil and, was trying to, brainwash people and turn them into chimeras, the purposes of, war and killing people. So that's not good. So the Aldous Empire are definitely not good guys, and that's kind of a problem because, one of their, experiments really, really hates alchemists and is kind of willing to take it out on old, Yumia here. And that's kind of dangerous for the exploration team. Because Lili Borea is a big angry goat woman who is carrying a big, thunder axe, and she's very, very strong. And I've heard a lot of things about how tough she is as a boss. I've heard a lot of things that she's like one of the tougher bosses in the game, and that a lot of people, have trouble with her. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. But at the same time, I'm like, wait, I should be fine. I'm like level 100 and have quality 999 gear. But I shouldn't underestimate her just because I think I can win. I do have a few S rank items that could help me potentially. All right, now mana technology. Alright, we explored the academy and... Alright, we explored the academy. Alright, now. Seems... Alright, now. Maybe we can... Alright, now. Wait, is there more information to find? Alright, seems like I have to go up to the second floor. Alright, let's go see what, they have to say. Alright, now what's this? Ooh, another memory file. Alright, now what's inside this one? Alright, what's inside, Flammy? Tell me. Empty doll? Uh-oh. Mixing nectar with the pure water they spring... Mixing the nectar of the Alistala, which is the flowers that we've been getting energy from. They're trying to create a doll? What? They're trying to create a doll? Sort of like Plakta? I remember Plakta. Yeah, she, had her soul, infused into a book, and then we had to, fuse it to a doll. Which, ironically, Plakta did to her, enemy, Luard. Because Luard was like, who cares if a few trees are dying, and, went full, Onceler. Yeah, so he was kind of an evil alchemist. Well, in a very different way from the Alodesian Empire, though. Alright, now plants have already wilted. They can't grow in Savage Soul, uh-oh. So we're looking for plants, huh? Alright, now let's go over what we learned. There's not anything relevant to what we're about falling behind in class, maintenance costs on the sports field, and ghost stories. But, the doll thing, is very real. Alright, now we explored the academy. Alright, now the quest is complete. But we do have one thing that we can do. Alright, not that. That's, kind of locked. I kind of want to check out what's over there. Alright, I want to check out what's over there. No, wait. Alright, I appear to have a bit of a problem. Unfortunately. Yeah. Hold on. Whoops. Alright, I have a bit of a problem, so I'm gonna put on Lemon Night. There you go. I have to go to the bathroom, so please enjoy her for a little bit. Please don't get cursed by her, okay? Lemon Night is like super evil and everything. She uses a true art of fear. Alright, I apologize for that. Alright, now, which of these buttons, brings up the game again? Whoops, not that one. Alright, there we go. Alright, now, there we go. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, I had to go to the bathroom, so I apologize profusely for that. Uh-oh, mana bound zone. Exit of the area. We got hostiles in our tail. Luckily, we have so much recovery, damage that we can basically breeze right through it. Also, if you're wondering why Yumia's hair is different this time around, it's because there was a DLC that could change that. Yeah. So I kind of decided to change it. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of decided to kind of change her hair. Yeah. Yeah, I changed it up for just a little. I changed it up as well as the hair of her companions. Well, a couple of them anyway. Alright, is there some... Oh, there's a monster. There's a, very tough-looking monster around here, and I see a treasure chest. Alright, can I open this one without, doing repairs? Alright, what was inside that one? Oh, there we go. Sorry, it was lagging for a little bit. Oh, I swear I'm touching the monster. Alright, now. Sorry, sometimes the monster... Sometimes, when you... Alright, I may need to get to a little bit of higher ground for that. Alright, the game is having a little bit of frame issues right now. Game is having a little bit of frame issues. That seems to be... Yeah, it seems to have that every now and again. Uh-oh. It seems to have that every now and again. Oh hey, what are those? Those look like targets I can shoot. Alright, I've got plenty of bullets, because I just made a few of them. I was running out, so I decided to make some. Alright, there we go. And that opens that treasure chest. Alright, I need to see what's inside that. I kind of want to check out what's inside that. Hopefully it's useful. Hopefully it's something useful. No, it's some lilies. Well, I guess I'll take those. Alright, venom nuts and blue covers. Alright, now what do we got here? It's a dead end. I don't see any other paths. Up there it seems a bit level. Alright, can we get up there? Which means if we make our way up, we might as well keep going. Alright, maybe I can, get up there? Yeah, I don't think I can get up there. Right, how do I get up to the top of the cliff? There's gotta be a way up there. I mean, the game wouldn't tell me that there's totally a way up there if it wasn't true. Wait, there's a path going up there. Hey, get out of my way. Wait, maybe if I go over here... There's gotta be a way around here. Wait, I think I found it. I think I found a way to get up the cliff. Yeah, I kind of saw this over here, and I was like, yo, there's gotta be a way to get up there from here. Alright, now what do I do? Alright, that didn't work at all. Alright, that's not working. Alright, there's gotta be a way up there. Is there no way to get up there? Alright, what? Alright, I wish the camera would, cooperate with me a little bit more. Protecting a skeleton? Protecting anti-skeleton? All you fleshies rubbing your flesh and eyeballs in my face. I don't think that's the intention of what we're doing. No, I don't think that's the intention of, what we do here on, on this channel. We don't discriminate against anybody, really. We don't discriminate against anybody, really, no. That's kind of against the superhero code of ethics, yeah. Discriminating against people is, kind of against the, superhero code of ethics, yeah. Yeah, sort of like how you don't discriminate against customers as long as they're, paying customers. That's why I love you guys. No, that's it. That's super sweet. You're a skeleton that's not bad to the bone, You guys are all very fun, yeah. You guys are all very fun. Wish some of you would open it. I wish some of you guys would open up a little bit more, if I'm gonna be honest. Because I do enjoy the interaction, but Oh, whoa. I don't know much about things. Is it true that Willix have better physical abilities than humans? Yeah, I think so. That's reassuring to have another capable ally. Okay, I figure, someone's feeling shy. Yeah, let's see, yeah, would you mind saying it further back? I think someone's feeling shy. Hold on, how is that reaction? Anything but her being scared? They did something wrong. I didn't mean to scare her. Is this strange? I'm not scared. I'm just, Okay, my brother is kind of an imposing guy. I am. I didn't mean to yell or get angry, at least. Yeah, you are big and tall. Yeah, I know. Alright, yeah, Victor is, very big and muscular, yeah. I'm sure but yeah, he's kind of he's not a bad dude. He's not being a bad dude, though. He's a cool dude. He's a cool dude, you just gotta, he's not a bad guy. He's a cool dude. Alright, Nina has something for us that, is gonna require us. Alright, are we gonna have to use this little flower here? Alright, these flowers work like elevators. Alright, these flowers are like little elevators. Wait, does that mean that Nina's quite up here? Alright, we do have to use a little bit of energy, but that's okay. I'm okay using a little bit of that. Uh-oh. Oh, is there a red crystal somewhere nearby? Wait, is there a red crystal somewhere nearby? Alright, it's starting to suck the life out of us again. Now, usually that happens when either we're in a mana-bound zone or there's a red crystal. I didn't think we were that close to a mana-bound zone. Oh, we're beginning a battle. Technically, yeah, beyond the concept of good and evil, though, as those are actually really dumb, I see more things as necessary for life and counteractive to it. Well, is that so? Well, okay. Cannot make things without money. Also, money is needs for more materials. Cannot make things without money. Alright, what other things? Alright, now, well, anything and everything. Escorting important people, conducting private investigation, looking for lost objects. Basically, RPG side quests. Yeah. In fact, Link, protected an important person, in Twilight Princess. Well, they weren't like a noble, but they were trying to train. Well, I guess one of them was kind of a noble. We were trying to transport Zora Prince to, get that medical help from, Shaman in Kakariko Village. So I can't imagine, anybody in that village being, kind of, up their own, butt or something about that. Alright, what's Nina wanting? Alright, now. I mean, they were royalty. Yeah, that is true. We got rations and managers, vouch for snacks, sewing twos, and... all your things are so cute, Isla. Let's see, you've embroidered your name in cursive, and flowers, too. Oh. Alright, Isla, is very cute, yeah. Yeah, I kind of changed her into a redhead, by the way. Alright, speaking of gun, I remember I'm running low on bullets. Should I make some more? Yeah, I would like to make bullets. Would you be a tremendous help, but they are difficult. But they are different from the ones you use. It may be difficult. Alright, now. What sort of bullets are we looking for? And I can't just throw them together like I can with my own bullets. Your partner's gotten injured? Oh, I don't have any bitter syrup. I don't have any bitter syrup for you. Hey, get off that. Hey. Wrecker, what are you up to? Trying to search through routes that some of them are right now. Hey, stop being noisy now. Get off that. Alright, we might be experiencing a little bit of dips because we are sharing bandwidth. Alright, now. Alright, now, where is there another... There was another mission around here. Alright, I was supposed to... Wait, wasn't I supposed to, Wasn't I supposed to place some things? Wait, what was I supposed to place again? I was supposed to place something... Whoops, that's not what I want. Alright, pioneering efforts. Let's see, recycling. Alright, character. Wrecker's box, place container. Bullets for Nina. Round table, stool, basic bed, okay. Alright, now. Let's get the building. Alright, open list, let's see, where are they? Alright, round table. Stool. And a basic bed. Oh, whoa, that's not what I want. Alright, that's something. Alright, now. I wish it was a little bit more consistent. Alright, place the things that were supposed to be placed. Was that not what I was supposed to do there? Alright, that was very strange. Alright, why did you call me over here for no reason? Alright, I remember I was supposed to talk to you. Whoops. Alright, now. They come open a trunk and a skeleton in a trunk, bam, you're going to jail. I mean, that's true. Courier 3. Alright, now, where was I supposed to get? Oh, wait. It was over here, right. Alright, now I was supposed to place them here, wasn't I? Alright, now. Let's get those materials. Alright, now, basic bed. Hey, whoa. Alright, now, make that. Hey, turn that off. Turn that thing off. Alright, now. Alright, now, we may be experiencing a little bit of dips. Alright, now. Alright, now, I'm happy to not cause trouble. Alright, now. The only alchemist in the research statement. Alright, now. Don't worry. Alright, now, don't worry, it's overprotective. I love being overprotective. Isa lost a close friend before because of the disaster. Yeah. I sneak off and I save the day, yeah. Right, I'm sorry. Oh, wait. Cool, I got some blueprints. Alright, now I guess this over here was for Rutger, wasn't it? Hey, get off the thing. Get off. Get off. Right now, we need a container. Whoops, that's a material box. Alright, where was the container again? No, wait, I'm supposed to make a container. Alright, place it down. There we go. Got the container, you know, built for Rutger. Since he's kind of wanting one of those. You make all that stuff instantly, huh? That's an alchemist for you. I'm flattered. By the way, if this stuff is heavy, wouldn't it be better to leave it with the research team already? Now, what would I do if it gets stolen? Half the research team used to be Shady Adventurers. Oh... yeah, what? But, Rutger, you're a shady adventurer. You're really trustful. Besides, you seem pretty shady yourself. Nah, Yumia pointing out the obvious because he, you know, keeps treasures for himself. Oh, say whatever you like, but those guys won't be stealing anything from this. It was made by an alchemist after all. There's still people who won't get close to anything I made. They think it's cursed or something. Yeah, there's still plenty of people who think that. I'm setting up a curse for anyone who tries to trespass here. I can't cast curses. You're not gonna want. Well, Yumia can't cast curses, but apparently, you know, the people in the Alcerian Empire, you know, did, you know, apparently somebody did that to, you know, Rutger and, you know, stole his memory, and, you know, messed up his memories. Yeah, because they gave him a memory-eating crystal. Which was definitely not good. Hey, get off that. Come on now. Hey. Get off. Off. Please get off. Get off. Alright, now you're collecting materials, so we want a Gloomy Sunstone. Well, I think I have a Gloomy Sunstone. I have some Gloomy Sunstones. You can have the C rank one, yeah. Get off. Get off of that. You're supposed to be sleeping. Alright, I'm sorry. Sorry, it's kind of a little distracting, I'm sorry. Sorry, I don't mean to be mean, I'm sorry. Oh wait, I have the thing, you know, Victor wanted. Alright, Victor. You can have this thing. I, you know, I didn't make it, you know, super strong since I'm not going to be using Victor too much. Alright now. Since I won't be using Victor too much, although I'm told Victor is actually really good. Mainly because he's so tanky. You know, he might be more difficult. He might be better if the game were a little bit more difficult. Which it's honestly not really. Alright now, what am I supposed to do for Nina again? Hey, get off that. Oh no, whoops. Hey, get off that. Alright, what kind of thing am I missing for the region? I mean, according to this, I have everything. It should be on 50%, shouldn't it? Oh well, I might as well turn it in. Get off that. Alright, I'll turn it in. Alright, pioneering effort cleared. Alright, I got those. Alright, now what else am I supposed to do? Alright, we got the forge and we got the disassembler. Those are good items to have. Alright now, and I'm pretty sure we already did quite a bit of. Whoops. Alright now, which menu was our side quest again? Alright, this one. Alright now, let's see, character. Bullets for Nina. Hey, be quiet on it. Be quiet. Right now, heading to the upper stratum, explore. Alright now, head to the observatory. Alright, I think I'll do that one for later. Right now, and I need to, you know, the bullets. Their guns are shaped differently, so I'll have to think this through. Alright, maybe I need. Alright, now where? Alright, whoops. Alright, now where's pioneering efforts? Nina's throwing knife skill. Use a meteor in combat, which I haven't made one of those. Gather poisons. Place a forge. Place a forge in the region, huh? Well, that shouldn't be too hard. Sounds easy enough to place one of those. Alright, gather poisons, alright. Alright, so I have to gather something that's a poison. And I'm pretty sure... Alright, now... Pretty sure those don't count. Right now, if I were looking for a poison... Alright. Alright, wait, do Harlequin herbs, count as poison? Wait, do Harlequin poisons here? Alright, I gathered enough poisons. Alright, that takes care of that quest. Alright, now I need to place a forge. That should be, not too hard. Alright, we'll probably have to go back and, make a couple things, though. Alright, now. Let's see, Alright, I should go back to the Atelier. I now can make meteors, ice balls, death balls, fireballs, all foam. Well, that's good. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. That's really good. Yeah, you should make some of those for that. When people, want to cast, spells, and any offense, yeah. That sounds lovely, yeah. Right now, whoops. All right, maybe we need to learn the recipe for the bullet. All right, and bullets for Nina. All right, yes, I need to learn that recipe, of course. All right, now. All right, anything else? So we have rainbow neutralizers. All right, we need rainbow penny balls for that, which we don't have. Hyper cell, we need a glow shell, which we don't have. Alright, anything else we can unlock? I mean, I don't want to make that, basic weapon for, Alright, so I do need to put Nina in the party, though. Alright, now... Let's go to party. Alright, now, I was, using Rutger and, I was using Rutger and... Alright, now, whoops. Alright, I'll take out Rutger. I'll take out Rutger and put in Nina. Will Lightning Bolt soon also summon Baby Dragon and Kieran so far? Ooh, Baby Dragon and Kieran? Those are, those are very good summons. Kierans themselves are basically like unicorns. If you squint your eyes. Kind of like, fish scaled covered unicorns. Yeah, a little bit. Right now, I will remove these. Oops, that's not how you move to party members. Right now, I will place this on you, and then I'll place this, and then I'll place. Wait, where was the other item? Ah, here it is. Alright, now I will place that on her. Alright, now the next thing we need to do is place down a forge. Alright, next thing we need to do is place a forge. I'm pretty sure we have some building areas we haven't built anything. Like over here, for example, which is close to the observatory. I mean, I could go to the observatory right away. But first, I kind of want to talk to, Oh wait, I forgot to make the bullets. Oh well, I'll worry about that later. I kind of, got caught up in side quest. Sorry about that, just getting myself a little bit of tea. Alright now, wait, forge in the catalog? No, it's not in the catalog. Right now, where is the forge? I need to make one of those. And I need to make a disassembler. Right now, we need to place this forge. Alright, place down the forge. Place down a disassembler on the ground. Alright, now the forge has been placed. Alright, forge has been placed. Now we need to now I need to go back and I'll make the bullets and then I'll make the meteor. Wait, before I make the meteor, I better go do one thing real quick. Now I do have a few alright now. Working with a kitsune and an owl person? Oh, you're working on those? Oh, nice. Kitsune and owl persons are, very good. Well, I mean, I'm kind of terrified of owls, it's kind of a deep psychological fear that bats have. Kind of a deep, psychological fear. Oh, they're also a martial artist, nice. That's a martial artist, nice. Oh, alright, I forgot I made a lot of those. I forgot I put in a ton of those. Let's see, residence area. I need more of these electric organs. Yeah, good thing I made the saltfish because I was... Alright, now, great defense against your fear. Alright, now. Alright, now. I mean, us being a psychological fear of bats, is very understandable, If you have any trouble with bats, you throw Bruce Lee at them. If I have any trouble with owls, you mean? Alright now. Oh, we need neutralizers for this, don't we? Alright, I'm pretty sure I, used up all my neutralizers. Alright, I guess I have to make more. Alright, I'll focus on making the bullets for right now. I figured you meant owls. I guess it was just a typo. I'm not gonna fault you for that, no. Not gonna fault you for that. Right now, Alright, I'll put in one of these E-rank ones that are not very strong. Alright, put in a bunch of E-rank materials. Whoops! Why is it super zoomed in? That's really unnecessary. Alright, I'll put in a bunch of E-ranks. It's not like I have to make it, super strong. Alright, it's only a 3 quality. That's real low quality. Hopefully there's no quality requirement on this. I know some of the Atelier games, do have, quality requirements on some of your side quests. Alright, first off, we need to make some neutralizer, so I'm gonna make some red neutralizer. And then I'm gonna work on making the meteor. Alright, I'll place bolt and fire manipulation, which, should give us a bonus when we use fire and bolt. Alright, fire bonus. No, I do have some A-rank, heath flowers, so that's good. Alright, now, sort. Alright, I need bigger residence area. Whoa, we're not using any of my, super rare items. Yeah, we're just making neutralizer for right now, so we don't need to use the super big rare items. Not for neutralizer, no. I will, however, place down a bunch of electric organs. Yeah, alright now. Also working on a giant squishy foam dice. Oh, not just D6s either, and yes, those. Yo, you're making D20s? Yeah, that's actually really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. That sounds really cool. You'll come up with... You make all sorts of cool stuff. Which is, really cool. I like that. Alright, let's put in, 20 of these so I can make real big quality. Oh, you're making all the way up to a D100? Yo! That sounds insane if you can make that from foam. Alright, now. That's insane if you can make that from foam, dude. Do it! Yeah, you should definitely 100% do that. Alright, now. Alright, now next material loop. Alright, now. It's good to have somebody. It's good to have at least somebody to talk to while I'm doing these quests. There we go. Nice. We got a big fire bonus. Bonus gym damage. We gotta get that bonus gym damage. Oh, quality 2. I want that. Alright, let's see if we can make... Alright, now I will place down an electric organ. Alright, may not have been, the best, fire, but, that's good. Effect resonance fire. Alright, I'll put in the bamboo water. Alright, now. Craft! This is sort of like a mining craft sort of game. Well, without the Minecraft, it's a little more complex than Minecraft. You remember back when Atelier games, you had male protagonists, and also were more like generic RPGs, and they had those spirits, from the Iris games. I don't think they've ever brought those back, have they? I believe some of the games that reference them, but didn't really fully bring them back. Yeah. Yeah, although one Atelier game that I really liked is Atelier Sophie 2. Yeah, that one was real good. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have rushed the ending like that. Yeah, sometimes when I'm playing games, I kind of get into a bad habit of kind of rushing through the ending sometimes, and that's not really that good. And I need to stop doing that. I kind of do want to improve as a streamer, basically. Yeah. I should probably learn to, not take video games too seriously and, actually take care of my mental health. Since that is having a negative effect on me, unfortunately. You do the same thing. I want to rush my completion. Yeah. I feel like the ending of Ys 10, when I was doing it, kind of suffered from that, unfortunately. And, I kind of feel that. I kind of got frustrated because, I failed at a very easy puzzle because I forgot one of the basic mechanics of the game. That's also why I build 2 to 4. That's also why I build 2 to 4 swords so I weaken. Yo, if you can build like 2 of those out of foam, that's real good. Yeah. That sounds really nice. Yeah. You're pretty talented. Yeah. Alright, now we need to get a fire material for the best effect. Alright, there we go. Alright, now, whoa. Alright, well, how am I supposed to get that effect? Alright, unlocking that will be pretty difficult. Alright, now we made a Resonance 13. Alright, now we made some red neutralizer, so that's good. Alright, it's already S rank, so that's good. Oh, please excuse me, I'm sorry. Alright, we need to make the meteor. We have a few lost hearts, we have some blue clovers, I just need to make some neutralizers. I needed desperately to make neutralizers. Let's see, let's go at Bolt and Fire Manip. Note I lack self-control. Yeah, so do I. Yeah, so do I, and sometimes I lack patience. Sometimes I also lack patience as well, and that's not really good. Not a good thing when you're playing video games, unfortunately. Alright, now let's put in that S rank. Let's put in those neutralizers. But alright, now I'll start off by putting in all the materials that I need to put in, so I don't use them up later. Alright now. Alright now, luckily I got plenty of these saltfish, but I kind of saved them for like armor and stuff. Alright, we need to go big. Alright now. Yes, I am good at making swords. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you can do that. You're so talented. Yeah. Do you need a 70s, 56-inch knight super fancy longsword with scabbards? Oh, that sounds really good. I like that. Yeah, I could use that. Could you make it out of, I do have a material that you could use to make, a good sword, yeah. Now let's see, it's called fairy silver. Could you make one out of fairy silver? It's very good against the defense. It's very good for weapons that are used in defense against the dark arts. No, you can't use it? No, but why not? Oh, why? Oh, right, yeah. Oh. Well, that's a little bit disappointing, but I understand. Yeah, you are a skeleton after all. that's probably why, right? All right, now this one's requiring some blue material. All right, we need to put in some blue. All right, now, hopefully we can reduce the item cooldown. All right, let's use one of those big red neutralizers that we made. No, you only work with my own materials. Oh, okay. I see. You're probably just worried about the reliability of the materials in question, right? That's probably it, right? Okay, I understand. Although if somebody were willing to sell you, rare materials and so that you could use them for for weapons, you probably wouldn't turn your nose up at that, right? I mean, you could do that, right? Alright, let's put in some more neutralizer, yeah. Alright, I was saying I didn't want to use up my neutralizer, and suddenly I'm using up my neutralizer. Alright, let's put in one of those lost hearts, yeah. Alright, we need to increase the quantity. Yes, I would not, as long as they are on the improved material list. Probably because you're making foam swords, yeah. Probably because you're making foam swords, yeah. You gotta make sure they're nice and safe for, people. There are certain illegal materials, yeah. For making foam swords, right? Yeah, that does make sense, yeah. You gotta make sure people are nice and safe, when they're actually using them, yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, yeah. Oh yeah, let's use one of those, help it get to Meteor Shower 8 a little bit better. Alright, let's use a couple of my big threads for this. Alright, now we're getting close. Alright, let's use one of these. Hey Annabelle, what's up? Yeah, no glasses, no real metals, or no wood. Right, yeah. Obviously those would, be rather dangerous if, people are swinging them around at each other. Excluding fiberglass. Alright now. Hey Annabelle. Hey Annabelle, thank you for being here. As you can see, I'm kind of talking to Foam Swordsman about, his business, and, I'm, in the middle of making Neutralite, and I'm in the middle of, making a meteor, because I'm told I need this for a side quest. And I kind of want to, unlock the slicing ammo, before I'm done. Also, I'm going to prepare for, I need to, get ready for, Lili Borea, who's I'm told is like a super tough boss. I'm told is like a really, really tough boss, and, lots of people told me, she's like, she's like the person that, everybody has trouble with. So she's the one that, last episode we kind of learned about their tragic past, the Atelier Empire, were not good guys to her, and, we're doing some, Shao Tucker experiments that kind of resulted in her creation. And I was like, yo, that's, like super messed up, and I was like, yo, I need to fix that. So if you made a meteor today, you can also ride on it to your trip to Mars. No, Bunny Space Program, go! Bunny Space Program, go! Yeah, Bunny Space Program. Oh no, Annabelle. We need to send you to space. We need to send you to space to get my $16 from the Martians. Since Dreams is kind of at war. Since I and the body, I'm kind of at war with the Martians. You see. After all, I kind of got into a kerfuffle with one of their leaders. He was kind of not a really great guy, and that kind of led to me being banned from going to Mars. I mean, granted, not everybody on Mars liked him. Granted, most people on Mars didn't like him either, but You know, when you get into a fight with, you know, a military leader and, you know, they decide to inject themselves with a bunch of, you know, with a bunch of talent from, you know, a bunch of people that they stole the talent from, you know, which is, you know, kind of a big deal because, you know, kind of, you know, being able to steal talents is, you know, a very dangerous thing. And, you know, he kind of injected himself with like 20 or 30 different talents and, you know, it kind of led to him kind of melting into, and it kind of led to a fight where we, you know, had to fight him while he was like super juiced up by a bunch of, by a bunch of people's true arts. And, you know, he kind of melted down in a big pile of goo. And that, you know, kind of led to me being banned from Mars, unfortunately. It kind of led to us being banned from Mars, even though technically it wasn't really our fault, and we were just there because, you know, he stole a bunch of true arts from a bunch of people, and, you know, he would kind of declared war, and, you know, basically isn't all his neighbors, you know, in another galaxy, and, you know, he was kind of, you know, kind of a side quest, and, you know, the major part of, you know, dealing with, you know, Parasite Brain. Yeah, Parasite Brain came a little bit after that, yeah, and that was kind of an even bigger incident, you know, in that area. As you know, Parasite Brain, you know, he's a big, you know, psychokinetic, you know, parasitic brain that, you know, controls a bunch of alien parasites that, you know, infect a bunch of people. Yeah, and he's like really, really not good. He kind of is a little bit like Zero Two, and he's kind of a little bit of a combination of Zero Two from, you know, Kirby and also It and, you know, Motive. You know, as Zero Two is like, you know, said to be, you know, benevolent in a way that, you know, he wants to take away free will to, you know, to basically lead around to basically a new realm of, you know, understanding and freeing it, a new realm of understanding. But, you know, that's kind of, you know, not good because, you know, or because I don't have a brain. I mean, all right. Well, that probably wouldn't work on Foam. I mean, Foam is right. That probably, Parasites probably can't get into him because he's, you know, kind of, you know, a skeleton and all that. But, you know, yeah, since we're dealing with aliens, it might not work. Also, lithids don't work against me. Alright, now I'll place that there so I can unlock that, you know, so I can unlock that phantom slot up there. Alright, now let's get some more of them. Alright, now. The tadpole goes and starves to death. Oh, reverberation slot. Alright, kind of reminds me, I kind of want to get you guys to, you know, play Atelier games. I think this one is actually a pretty good one to start with. As well as, you know, alright. I think the Ryza ones and, you know, this one are pretty good to start with. I mean, in this one, the alchemy is, like, really easy to understand and easy to follow. Which, you know, I think makes it good. Yeah, a lot of you know, the older Atelier fans on Reddit were like, nah, we don't like that. But, you know, it's Reddit, so, you know, that's kind of comes with the territory, I guess. That's, you know, kind of to be expected, though. You know, maybe I should stop interacting with Reddit. Yeah, I should probably stop interacting with Reddit. I don't exactly have great things to say about Reddit. But, you know, the Atelier community is mostly pretty good over there. Well, mostly. Although you know, a lot of Reddit mods, you know, not the Atelier ones, you know, a lot of Reddit mods are like, you know, kind of like, you know, we won't allow memes in general sort of people. Or, you know, you go into a subreddit and you post a very real, you know, entitled parent story and they think it's fake and, you know, they ban you from the subreddit for no reason. Yeah, I agree. Reddit is sort of like 4chan for normies. If I'm gonna be completely honest. But, you know, when it comes to, you know, looking up stuff for video games or, you know, or looking into tech support, you know, Reddit is actually pretty decent at that. Which is kind of what I use it for, mostly. At least it's not Twitter, that's good. That's true, at least it's not Twitter. Twitter is kind of a real toxic cesspool. Almost as toxic as 4chan was before, it got nuked by being hacked. Do you believe anyone who's holding a knife is a criminal, huh? No, I don't think that at all. Neither do I. I believe the same principle applies to you. That's all there is to it. Oh, well, Nina, being nice to, being nice to Yumia despite her being an alchemist and, that being, like, super taboo and everything. I think that's really cool. Alright, I do not have bitter syrup for you, sorry. I don't have bitter syrup for you, so I'm sorry about that. Wait, where was I supposed to turn in the spear again? Alright, what do you want, Miss Bollock? Alright, she's wanting armor. Alright, now she's wanting she's wanting a bit of armor. Well, I can give her some hunter wear. I can give her a bit of hunter wear, so why not? Alright, now I have... Alright, now. Alright, now let's look around for more stuff to do. Holds 40 knives. Yeah, Twitter is, very toxic, not gonna lie. Yeah, Twitter is kind of like, super toxic, not gonna lie. Now, if I think you're super toxic, you probably definitely are super toxic. Alright, alright now. Alright now, we need to hit... Alright now, I need to go over here as part of the story. By the way, funny enough, the Wellet girl that we have in our party, she uses like throwing knives. And I think that's really cool. Granted, her throwing knives are a little bit gimmicky, Her throwing knives are a little bit gimmicky though. But I think they're pretty cool. Right now, where was I supposed to? Right now, in here. Alright, whoops, there's a treasure chest right here. Oh, I don't have a machine repair kit. Alright, can I, make... Alright, do we... Alright, what repair kit do I need? I need machinery. Alright, now, let's see. Do I have any... Alright, now, I think... Alright, now, let's go into my exploration bag. Alright, I will put the liquid repair kits away. Alright, put the... Alright, now, we need to grab the machinery repair kit. Whoop! That's not what I wanted to do. Alright, as I was saying... I need a machine repair kit to fix this. So I can, break through this. I make them and they have some really fancy designs coming. Oh, you do? Nice. Alright, we need to talk to you about getting into the upper stratum. You gave us an extremely important lead. Alright, thank you. Nectar is now easy to obtain. I need to ask you a favor. Can you please hear us out? Alright, sure. Permission. You're free to use the great elevator. Really, thanks. However, Lili Borea is vicious. Fighting her is dangerous. We know, especially in our case, seeing as Yumia is an alchemist, and let's head to the great elevator. We can't allow Lili Borea to run rampant. Yeah, that is true. We can't allow that. Wait, is that a barrel? Alright now. Barrel! It's a barrel! It appears to be a barrel! Barrel! Yes, we in the alchemy... Alright now. The alchemy business really loves its barrels, yeah. Alright now, what are we supposed to do here? Find out more about mutants here. How about... Is there some way to use a key? Alright, there must be a clue around here, so... Alright gang, let's split up and look for clues. When you got a mystery to solve. Alright, now we have a little bit of a mystery to solve. Alright gang, we need to split up and look for clues that will help us, Alright now. Yeah, we still are needing the slicing. Oh, wait. Whoa, this observatory has another floor. Alright, that appears to be a barrier. Alright, how do we get inside the barrier? There must be a way to get inside. Oh wait, there, oh, it's icy. There it is. Alright, there must be some way to get inside that treasure chest. Probably lock. Oh wait, I see another memory file. I see another memory file, so I will get that. Alright, now, what's in the box? Who gets the box? How much is what's in the box worth? Alright, now, surely there's gotta be something around here, you know, that's worth something. Something to help us with mutants. We can't just take on Lili, Borea and not spare her. None of them look like they hold secret documents, though. Now, if I were a secret document and I wanted to hide away from, you know, prying eyes of somebody that was looking for clues, where would I hide? Alright now. We can't just be murder hobos now. Being murder hobo is kind of against, you know, the code of ethics of being a hero, yeah. Alright, now it's gotta be around here somewhere. Oh wait, there's a treasure chest right here. Oh, it's protected by a lockpick. Alright, now, there we go. Alright, now that's unlocked. Alright, what's over here? This looks like a big pile of junk. Alright, now. It's like when you're running a D&D of players and who are playing a special alignment of Murder Hobo. Alright, now, someone would bust it down. If it's so important that the key is like this is necessary, then... Everyone, can I have you for a moment? Doesn't the outside of the building look a little bit different than the room we searched? There's a room... Alright, now, could we find a way deeper inside? That's why I never stream a Table or Skyrim. Yeah, people can be really, unpredictable and, you know, do things that are out of pocket. That's kind of why I don't like that's kind of why I'd rather not play with, you know, randoms. I do not practice good morals in those games. No. You got, oh no. That seems, you know. Oh no, we got an ad break going on. Alright, now, if I had to guess... there's like a secret in a bookcase, isn't there? Ah, secret bookcase. It should be beyond there, right? Yes, maybe if we... Alright, I'll just put... Alright, now. Alright, now, there's a big door here, but, you know, how do we open it? It's very shut. You know, and this time we can't, you know, just, you know, use a painting and you'll get through it. And pretend that we're Hump Grump. Remember that from last night. Alright, opens. Alright, now let's take a good look inside this, you know, little room. Alright, first off, there's a treasure chest. Uh-oh, we need liquid repair kit. Alright, that's... Whoops. Alright, press the wrong button. Yeah, there's a lot of buttons. Alright, now let's go to exploration bag. I'm pretty sure we have some liquid repair kits. Alright, now I need liquid repair kit. Alright, now come on. Come on, don't be like that. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Okay. Would you please not? Alright, now let's... Hey, I did get the liquid repair. That's weird. Is this not... Oh, this is not liquid repair. Sorry, it looked kind of similar. Oh, wait, come on. Alright, now this is it. Alright, now we need liquid repair. Alright, now let's use it. First time I was playing Fable, I was inside 8 hours. I was a Millennium Clown from D. I was the Millennium Clown from D. Gray Man. Oh, you were doing it the murder hobo way. Alright, there's gotta be something down here. Alright, I see a button right here, so I'm gonna press that. That, you know, seems extremely useful. Alright, first off, I should probably take a look around this room. There could be hidden goodies around here. Oh no, another broken chest. Oh good, it just requires lumber. Right now, I will take... Right now, is there something hidden over here? The density of mana. Our country is developing mana arts, particularly alchemy is remarkable, but it also brings great danger. Density of mana in the air has risen. Uh-oh. The cause is believed to be widespread use of mana. Since mana eats away at a person's psyche, the citizens of the Empire begin to complain about symptoms. Uh-oh. At first, people complain about light symptoms such as nightmares and persistent fatigue, but as mana density in the air is decreased, so do serious symptoms such as hallucinations. Uh-oh. For management of mana and density is imperative. The country is already looking to take drastic measures. In addition, it appears humans are not the only ones that are being impacted by negative effects, further records unreadable. Wait, what, are they referencing monsters? Hey, Borea, what's up? Hey, what's up? Welcome on in. Thank you for being here. Either their countermeasures failed or something else happened. Uh-oh. Humans are not the only ones to be affected by negative effects. Things that aren't human would mean monsters, probably. Monsters being affected by, you know, my mana. Oh, thank you for following. I highly appreciate it. Alright, now. Oh, this is information on mutants, yeah. The Naru suddenly gained intelligence through the effects of mana. The Empire desires laborers like them. Uh-oh. Oh no, they're trying to enslave the Naru. Using the case of Naru as a reference, the country could begin modifying the body and soul of... The records can only be read up to this point. Uh-oh. When talking about their modification of body and soul, do they mean what happened with Lili Borea? Oh, modifying the soul too on top of the body? See, not only were they doing chimera experiments, they were also, you know, doing mind control. You know, great things. Only good. So that means the Naru are what gave them the idea to start researching mutations. Uh-oh. Playing around with life and calling it research, that's terrible. Yeah, I agree. They were playing around with light. Yeah, that's kind of the danger of, powerful, magic that, Borea and Vesper 2, no sacrifice is too great compared to their country's prosperity. Uh-oh. I wonder if they believe what they were doing is right. I just don't understand any of it. Well, they obviously justified it, but I doubt they believed it was right. They just did it because, it's kind of the concept of lawful evil. They basically did it for... They basically use for king and country to, kind of justify it, basically. Or rather, they use their system to basically, do it. Alchemists who conducted research in the observatory. Repeated wars have changed all this. Seized by strength, abnormality is increased by this day. The country treats the memories of the people as mere objects, disregarding sentiment that resides in them. Uh-oh, memories! Is this what happened to Rutger? Stealing memories, uh-oh. We are different. Under Dr. Marina's lead, we swear our honor to seek out the truth. No matter where we go, no matter the circumstances, our souls shall never waver. Oh no, Dr. Marina, uh-oh. Group of alchemists disagreed with how the country ran things. Does that mean that, some of them might not have, Does that mean somebody... Alright, now. Modifying the soul and body, huh? Alchemists who fled to the east, huh? The Scenting Fraction went west to escape, huh? Yeah, I'm guessing, Yumia's, mother was, related to them. Oh no. Oh no, does that mean we're basically... Alchemists who fled the capital to escape the nation's control, researching into creating laborers to benefit the country? Uh-oh. by, causing mutations in people and using mind control. So basically, they were enslaving people while turning them into chimeras. Well, oh no, things are getting real. Malcolm has manipulated country's leadership caught in national interest. It's awful, if you ask me. I agree with that. Yumia, how you holding up? Yumia, how you holding up? This is it. Alright now. Yeah, we saw what happened to Lili Borea. Great elevator, huh? Well, I might as well go right on over there since it seems like the story wants me to go there. Oh, mana bound zone. Alright, we are in a mana bound zone, so we're gonna get the life constantly sucked out of us. Well, as long as we have energy, we should be fine. I'm kind of worried about what happens when we run out. Hopefully we don't just black out or something. Yeah. Alright now. Yes, I did dress up all the characters in swimsuits, including guys. I didn't leave out the guys. Uh-oh, hostile Neru. Oh wait, they're running away? Okay, maybe they aren't hostile. Danger, danger, go back quickly. Uh-oh, there's Lili Borea up ahead. A strong monster and enemy appeared. Return to the settlement, call for reinforcements. A strong monster, uh-oh, Lili Borea's up ahead. Alright, we have to be careful. What's up ahead is, very dangerous. Uh-oh. Lili Borea's up ahead. Yumia, are you sure you should be doing that? She might take that as a challenge. Oh no, you're not Lili Borea. Who are you? I'm terribly sorry to disappoint you. Wait, it's that Wolfman from the N-Media Res section at the beginning of the game. Alright, are you another... Alright, what? You can speak, you're a mutant, right? Now that is something I haven't been called in quite a while. Greetings, members of the Aldous research team. My name is Corlonius. It's a pleasure to meet you. This guy knows about us, then who told you about us? Do you have business with us? Don't be alarmed, I have no intention to fight you, I guess today I simply came to say hello. Or should I say I sensed your presence before? Oh, Nina? Nina knew about him before? You've been minding us ever since we entered the Sylvash region, haven't you? Wait, what? So, for what purpose? Who could say? Alright, hiding the information from the good guys, I guess. Never to think you learn about mutants within such a short time of stepping foot in an Aldous. You must be quite outstanding research team. Was that the work of alchemy? Was this also the work of alchemy? What's your goal? Why have you been monitoring us? Tell me, what does Potigree do? I have but one goal, to restore Aldous. Oh no, you seem like you might be on their side and you may not be a good guy then. Are you one of their alchemists? Restore, why? Why? They weren't good people. I do not intend to block your path, please carry on. Okay, thank you for letting us by, I guess. The person you seek is up ahead, although she has lost herself to rage. Things certainly have gotten interesting if you survive. Perhaps we shall meet again. Uh-oh. He doesn't seem like a good dude if he's wanting to restore the Aldous Empire. Just who was he? Are you sure this isn't a trap? Maybe he joined forces with Lili Borea to gang up on us. It's been our tale the whole time, so if he wanted to attack us, he would have done it already. The question is why he's been telling us, but he dodged the question. That is true, yeah, he did very safe. Are you alright? Uh-oh. Yes, we didn't get into a fight. We can rest easy, okay? You need to be cautious going forward. We have never seen that monster before. Well, he really has been following us, but why? Let's go. If we don't move forward, we'll never learn the answer. Alright, now we need to talk... It's time to face Lili Borea. Alright, time to take on another boss. Alright, I can't get inside there because, that requires slicing ammo. By the way, how is my, exploration efforts going? How are my expert... Oh, 71%. Alright, now we need to use Nina's throwing knives. Alright, alright, all that we have left is, related to combat, basically. All that we have left is related to combat. We need to use throwing knife 20 times, or we need to use meteor 5 times. Well, if we're headed into a boss fight, we might get the opportunity to do that. Right, now this elevator should be open, right? Well, the Naru said we could use it, so I guess it's okay. You know, though getting them to cooperate with that, that Wellix, considering they're longtime enemies, might be a bit of a problem. Also, there are some fun frames happening on this elevator, if I'm gonna be honest. Kalagina mine, huh? Oh, we're inside of a mine, huh? Oh boy. Alright, let's be careful. There could be a lot of danger up ahead. Especially if Lili Borea's around here somewhere. Alright, I see a small shrine over there. I'll just snipe that real quick. Alright, now if I were Lili Borea, where would I hide around here? We need it. Yeah, we need to hurry. Alright, I feel like I need to hurry over there. Wait, it says there's a... Oh, there's another small shrine here, so I'll just snipe that real quick. Alright, Lili Borea should be up ahead, shouldn't she? In fact, she's right up here. This looks like a big open area. Usually in video games, big open areas usually mean there's a boss fight. Alright, now, where are you? Alright, Lili Borea, where are you? Alright, now. She could be... Alright, Yumia, don't go ahead. Be careful, this is dangerous. I heard Lili Borea is, like, really tough, and, people had a lot of trouble with her. Oh, there you are. Are you... By the way... Oh no, she's here. I will say, she looks very beautiful, She looks very beautiful. You've come here to kill me. Actually, we didn't come here to fight. We came to talk to you. I have nothing to say to Alchemist. We know you hate alchemy and we know about your past. But we're different, I'm different. I never use alchemy like that. I would never use alchemy like that. Yeah. You came to talk to me, you say. Hilarious. I don't think she was going for it. You knew what they've done to me, and yet you shamelessly show your face before me. The nerve, I'll give you that. I will say, she is very pretty. Lili Borea, listen, I don't want to fight you. Just shut up. Alright, she seems to... You alchemist never once listened to me. Alright, she's, got red energy. That means she... Alright, she's got red energy and lightning, sparking around her. That's not good. Hey, we're not those guys. And now you want to talk, you selfish bastards. Hey, we're not with them. This is why I hate you, alchemists. Hey, I don't know. I guess she's not in a reasoning mood, unfortunately. You know, that's enough. We have no other choice. Does it really have to come to this? She just lost herself in rage. It's the only path forward where my choices and actions truly right. Wait, did we trigger the bad ending? I made my decision, there's no turning back. All I can do is gather my resolve. Alright, Lili Borea. Oh wow, alright now. Is that an energy core? Uh-oh, she has one of those. Alright, what's she doing? Alright, that can't be good. Alright, whatever that is, that can't be good. I like how the boss fights in this are, like, super cinematic. Ninja, bring on. Alright, she dodged that bullet. Alright, now, let's go. Alright, now. Check that. Oh, well, I guess she was really easy, then. I was told she was supposed to be really tough, though. I mean, I am max level, and I have, like, 999 quality gear, so... So I guess that might, put a hamper in this. What are you trying to achieve? Who's behind this? What are all of you trying to achieve? Who's behind this? She was just a tool by selfish alchemists, huh? Those alchemists turn. Oh no. Now their selfishness is trying to revive it without so much as looking at what they have trampled. So she isn't with that wolf man. They're trying to revive Alades. Or could it be Alyssus? Alright, who is this person? Name of the last emperor of the Aldes Empire who died in the great disaster centuries ago. Oh no. Yukio came here knowing nothing. Well, now we know. Because you told us. I'm so jealous of you that I could vomit. Living completely carefree in your ignorance and innocence. Hey, now. No, don't lose yourself in rage again. Those who take from others are always like that. And calm down. Hey, that's not our fault now. That's not Yumia's fault. You shouldn't be taking it out on her. Besides, it seems like we're enemies of them. Alchemy scar, huh? I mean, you look very beautiful, but you know, I know a lot of people who would like to make fan art of that. Or, I mean, That's not my fault. You're human. Your heart remains human. No, Yumia wants to help her. Alright, now let's try to resolve this peacefully, yeah. At least we'll try. Him, who? When the plan is complete, my body will also return to once it was. Balasilis promised me that. Are we sure that we should trust him? That promise is my only reason to live. Oh no. Yeah, so how about Yumia, you know, helping you with that then? Alright, Yumia, can you help her? Oh no, what are you doing? Oh no, what's he doing here? I ain't letting you hurt her. Stop. Hey, leave her alone! Leave her alone! Leave her alone! Even if you're fine with it, I am not. Uh-oh. He's gonna kill her! No! No, that's not good. I did not like that. Ice storms. Lili, Borea. They're gone. We need to clear the Panabound area, yeah. Understood. I will go do that. Alright, where's the Manabound area? Alright, where do I need to go to do that? I should clear that out for the research team at least. Alright, now that the area is cleared, the research team won't be able to come over here. And they don't have to worry about, the mana bound area running out. And they don't have to worry about the mana bound area, causing them headaches and hallucinations, And, potentially killing them. Miss Yumia. What should I have said to Lili Borea? Alchemists only think of themselves and ignoring the pain they inflict. I couldn't say she was wrong. I'm so eager to prove alchemy's value without knowing anything about what it is. I don't think about the people who sacrifice, I just believe alchemy because I believed in my mother. I'm so shallow. Hey, don't let her get to you, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. You're doing the right thing with alchemy. You're using alchemy for good. None of those things she was talking about were your fault, Yumia. See, Aiza's right, yeah. We should report to Chief Earhart about Lili Borea. Yeah, come on, Yumia, we're going. Right, sure thing. Alright, alright, now that has been cleared like a flagpole, which is pretty nice. Alright, that's all been clear. Alright, let's... Wait, since we, unlocked a big giant area... Since we unlocked this huge giant area, there's gonna be stuff for us to do. No, please excuse me, I'm sorry. I deeply apologize, I don't mean to do that, I'm sorry. Alright, it must be directly down here. Oh, a treasure trove. Alright, do I have a treasure trove key? Nice, I do have one. Alright, now I guess I'll open the door and grab whatever's inside. Hopefully whatever's inside will be worth it. Alright, feathered veil. I already made one. I already made a few of those. Oh, it's full of feathered veils. Oh, Prisylite. I do like that. I do like the Prisylite. But, I prefer making those stuff. I prefer making stuff myself at, alchemy, basically. Because I think because I can make it a little bit better than, what I can get from treasure chests and, from shops in this game. Obviously, that's pretty much true of basically any Atelier game, really. I mean, that's really true of basically any Atelier game, yeah, basically. Although there are some, there are some of them where you have to interact with shops, though. Such as for making, duplicates of items that you used, or, making armor and all that. Sort of like, the Mysterious Trilogy. At least with the first 3 games. Oh hey, there's another cave over here. I'm guessing we need to defeat these guys. Well, that shouldn't be too hard. Oh, whoops, I probably should have guessed my meteor. Alright, now... Alright, might as well use the meteor. Might as well use the meteor if I can. Just so I can, knock that quest out of the way. Or at least try to, anyway. Yeah. Yeah, they're right. None of the stuff that, Lili Borea was talking about was specifically Yumia's fault. It's very specifically to, Aldous Empire. And, she kind of put... Yeah, unfortunately, her abusers, kind of are continuing to manipulate her. Sadly. And, I think... Then that's... Yeah, and that's no good. And, yeah, then I don't think I... Yeah. That's, no good for her. Yeah, I know how... Those kind of things can have a really negative effect on people. Just gonna put that out there. Oh hey, this monster looks pretty tough. Alright, let's switch to Yumia. Alright, now which skill was I supposed to use with her again? What skill was he supposed to use? Right, throwing knife, right. Right, I was supposed to use throwing knife. That's probably a ranged weapon. Alright, I'll use him. Alright, now might as well get closer on that meteor then. And just so you know, have that. Alright, just to have that. Alright now. That should, make things a little bit easier. Alright, I see a small shrine up there. I'm gonna go snipe that real quick. It looks like we got some runes here. Oh wait. There's another memory vial here. I'll just grab that real quick. Just in case I have a quest for that later. Right now, if I were hiding something, super important around here, like a key or something, yeah, I gotta be honest, I would probably hide it. I would probably hide it inside of where I need slicing ammo. Probably would hide it where I need slicing ammo. Alright, there's gotta be more inside this. Oh wait, I see another mark I can use over. I see another mark over here. Oh, I see. There's another small shrine there. I'll snipe that as well. All right, now let's see. There are a couple over that way. All right, I'll try going to. All right, maybe I should go over to this one. Alright, I'll try that one. Right now, can I do that one? Maybe not that way. That way seems a little bit dangerous. Maybe not that way. That way seems a little bit too dangerous. Alright, now it's gotta be around here somewhere. Oh yeah, there's a path going over here. Seems like we can't... Seems like that's as far as we can go, huh? Alright, I guess I can't go that way. Alright, I guess I'll try... around here. Kinda wondering how I get to the other area. Yeah, since it, was very much closed off. Alright, this way. Through the elevator. Alright, now. Sad what happened with Lili Borea, but seems like, her abusers are still, manipulating her, and we need to kind of put an end to that. Maybe at the end of the game we can actually, help her. No, given that she got frozen in ice, that may not be an option, unfortunately. That unfortunately may not necessarily be an option. Alright, it says there's something... Alright, it said there's something over that way. Alright, it's saying there's something over this way. Alright, I do see that blue. Alright, isn't this way blocked off by, those... Yeah, it's blocked off. So I can't do that one. Alright, but I can get the particles from here. And I do want some of those. Alright, I'll grab myself some particles. Alright, we need to find something that, Alright, we need to find a tough enemy. We need to find an enemy tough enough that won't get instant deleted that will let me use Nina's throwing knives. We didn't really get a chance to really use it too much. Alright, we need to find a tough enemy. Let's see, if we found that dude being... If we find somebody, you know, being chased by a red jellyfish, that might do it. That could potentially do it. Jump, jump like a kangaroo. Jump, jump like a kangaroo. Now we gotta be careful about using double jumps. Alright, switch to her. Right now, quick, quick, quick. Nope. We're too slow. Alright, too slow to use the throwing knives. I kind of figured that would be, you know, over too quickly. Yeah, the problem is I need to find really tough enemies. I need to find enemies that aren't gonna get instantly deleted. That might be easier said than done. I am pretty sure there is one in, you know, this academy, though. Maybe. Oh wait, alright, yeah, there's some rare materials due to there being a large creature nearby. And those are how you get the Gleaming Sunstones, it seems. At least it did mention something like that, so I assume that's why. Alright, this one looks pretty tough. I immediately switched it. I immediately switch. Alright, throwing knives, throwing knives, throwing knives. Use throwing knives. There we go. Alright, now we use a couple throwing knives. Alright, there we go. Man, it's saying there's something over here. I know, it's over too quickly. Alright, that's, you know, a little bit over too quickly. Now it's behind that, huh? Alright, this one's gonna be over too quickly, so I'm not gonna bother with that. That'd be a little bit easier. Alright, come on. Come on, don't get hung up on the environment, please. Alright, now there must be a red crystal around here somewhere. Or something. Alright, now back, go, go, go. Alright, why can't I move? Why can't I, you know, do anything? Alright, probably because of the environment, probably. Alright, now let's get this guy saved. Alright, he gave us a bunch of repair kits, that's pretty good. Not gonna lie. Those are pretty good, not gonna lie. Alright, I need to find tough... Oh yeah, a tough monster over here, you know, respawned. So I'm gonna go try and take that on. Wait, there's a tough monster in here, isn't there? Alright, immediately switch to Nina. No, it's over! No! Ah, we're too high level. Alright, I have an idea. I have an idea that might help us a little bit. Alright, I have an idea that might help us. Wait. No, we don't have a weaker weapon for her. There we got it. Alright now. Alright, they're all in my bath. Right, we don't have access to that. Oh well, I guess I'll worry about that later. I guess I'll worry about that later. Alright, now let's go back to base. At least we can turn in the ones we already did. Oh wait. At least we can turn in the ones we've already done, so it shouldn't be a complete loss. Alright now. Pioneering efforts are getting, Alright now, Marvelous Paint has been unlocked. Alright, we only use it twice. Alright, do we have any more quests open? No, please excuse me. Alright now. Alright, we got dyes. Alright, we got dyes unlocked, so that's good. Alright, now we need to go over here. Alright, we need to report on Lili Borea. Fortunately, she got nabbed. Mutants, the name of that Aldessian Empire and its desire to restore Dallas. Saying at a loss, so much is happening I can't make sense of it. Judging by your faces, the feeling is mutual. Yeah, Yumia's kind of bummed out. Do you want to quit? That'd be... Regardless, you have to keep moving forward. We don't know anything yet. We don't know about alchemy or Aldous or what's wrong or what's right. We came here to learn the truth no matter how ugly it may be, right? It's easy to look away from the truth, but some things can only be gained by facing it head-on. You can't stop here, neither can you. Nothing will happen if we don't try to learn. You told me that. Judge for what you're... Learn to judge what is right for yourself. Alright now. I mean, they are correct. Obviously, of course, I need Yumia to continue. I want to keep moving toward to believe in alchemy and my mom. Well said, Yumia. I want to too. Alright now. I was always full of doubts at the start. I always thought alchemy was dangerous and couldn't be trusted. It's true that alchemists have done terrible things in the past, but Miss Yumia is different. She helped us with her alchemy many times. Yeah, that is true. No, looks like I was beaten to it. I wanted to say the same thing. Sure, you could say alchemy is dangerous, but in a sense it's like a weapon or medicine. You gotta stop overthinking it. The bad guys have weapons, that doesn't make everybody with a sword Bad guys can have weapons, that doesn't make everyone with a sword evil, right? I mean, that is true. I mean, that is the case, yeah? Alright, now. I mean, I agree with all of them. Alright, to the tower, huh? Right now, where do I need to go? Oh, that way, huh? Alright, that way seems to lead in a new region. I kinda want to keep, exploring this region now. I certainly want to unlock slicing ammo. I 100% want to unlock slicing ammo, but that doesn't seem to be viable for now. Alright, is there any areas that I know can have tough monsters that I can, Is there anything that, has tough monsters that, won't die immediately? Won't die immediately to my super over-leveled power. Is there anything I can do that... Is there any monsters around here that, won't just immediately explode on impact? Won't immediately explode if I lightly sneeze on them? That's kind of the disadvantage of all the grinding I've done. Oops. Alright, now. It seems like somebody around here has been cornered by some tough monsters. Alright, that was too easy. Alright, that was a little too easy. Alright, since I basically did everything I wanted to... Alright, now. Since I'm pretty sure, the next thing we have to do is, and gonna lead us into a new region. I'm gonna head back to the Atelier. I'm gonna, end stream very soon. I'm very sorry about that. Yeah, because I can't quite get the hang of it, I need to, do the throwing knives, and I'm not gonna, and, that's gonna take quite a while to actually get that complete. And I think it might be easier if I do it behind the scenes. Of course, and also I kind of, want to prep before I go to the next region. Yeah, I want to, make, slightly better gear. Alright, now, and, alright, let's see who's on so we can raid them. Yeah, but Lili Borea was, very cool. I was kind of expecting it to not be, instantly over in, like, a couple of attacks, though. Given how much I heard about her. Oh, I know. Raid Goblin Fia. Let's go raid them, huh? Let's go raid them since, they were generous enough to follow us. Quite a while ago. Yeah, they're a Goblin VTuber, huh? Alright then. I mean, that's not too difficult. That's not really too different from myself, though. Although I'm not really a traditional fairy with, the butterfly wings and all that. Alright, Moonbat raid. There we go. See you later. Remember to play games now, fun. Okay, bye-bye now. Remember to shine like bat and remember to fly like bat and shine like the moon. For we our stuffed dreams are made of.